Stadium. A late-season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. It's the Tulane Green Wave and the Rice Owls. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Rice's offense will take the field first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. He is a force in this attack.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed.
Breaks into the open. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the option. He'll keep it again on the option. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete after. A shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Brown wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be fourth down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power forward. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for the squad.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They feed him again. Ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knock him down finally. down marker. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The option, the keeper, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now on the option. Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Brown will throw it. Bring in the heat. Oh, he's got some space. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll go right back to him.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Got a little grass. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Using his legs, it's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming?
Snags it, and there's running room. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Daniels.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5.
Turning it on. Runs for the tackle. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lewis. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Lane. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Rice makes his way onto the field to get things going on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really neat. There he goes! And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Running inside, it's Jackson.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The run inside. It's Turner. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking for room. It's Daniels. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on 2nd and short and take shots. This offense said, no, we want to get the 1st down, and we want to get it now.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. And they'll down this just inside the 35-yard line. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first 3 offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to it. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's got great speed. Covers team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw it. Hauls it in. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Green Wave picked up a fresh set of downs through the air. Let's see if they go right back to it. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Sixth play of the drive coming up. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he missed it. No good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the option. Creates a little room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Brown wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, a lot of space. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Rice.
So nice to have the run game. So nice to trust it. It's so nice to cut this game to a one-possession game. Halftime now becomes a lot more bearable. Coaches ain't yelling and screaming. We got to get this fixed, but we got some positive mojo on our side.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll throw it. It's caught. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Tulane right back to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He goes right back to the air. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. The first game we'll take a look at will be Duke in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Blue Devils coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. They continue to run roughshod over the opposition. They're now 9-1 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game inside Rice Stadium. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed into the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Breaks into the open. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Jackson. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 3rd and long. On the option. There's a crease. Touchdown Owls. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Green Wave offense makes its way onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Daniels. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. On the run, it's Turner. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Under fire. And they got it. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on.
Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. And it'll be down right there. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Jackson. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keeps it on the option. Quarterback gets the first down. Might have a chance. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Here's the handoff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin. And you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Hill. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Got a little space. Touchdown, Green Wave. And that one will give him the lead.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting the long touchdown.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll move the tight end. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. Got room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give, it's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's a better job by this defense. That's exactly what they've got to start doing more. He's had a lot of success on the ground. It's apparent he will take off and move. So how do we keep him in the pocket? Get him behind the line of scrimmage, fluff.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Tulane offense takes the field to open the drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He'll get rid of it. It's caught. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Here comes the offense on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Daniels.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see.
Oh, he's got some space. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. They move on top here in the 4th.
And that's a really nice physical run. This is a team that prides themselves on the ability to establish the line of scrimmage. And here we are in the 4th quarter, late in the game. Everyone's tired, and a no-nonsense run. Great push by the offensive line, taking the lead with that touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Lewis. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Running inside. It's Daniels. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Jumped on top of the pile.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story that goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Might be looking to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. We'll see how aggressive this defense is with just a few minutes to play. Brown will throw it. Gets it out fast. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. No wasted time as the defense uses a timeout here. 1:54 left to play.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this 3rd down from deep in your own territory. Turning it on! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. Doing it himself again. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Maybe a crease. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to put this one in the vault.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.